Hey, it's John from White Light Paranormal, and over the next year, I'm going to be producing another 40 or 50 user tip videos. And some of these videos are going to be how to repair a Panasonic DR60 or Panabox at home. And it got me thinking that I better research to see if there's a proper procedure to open these things up, because I'd hate to think of you cranking open the case and breaking something or something inside. So I did my research and I was able to track down the proper procedure to open these things up. Now this comes directly from Panasonic. So I'm going to show you that procedure right now. The purpose of this video is to show you how to properly open up and disassemble a Panabox or a Panasonic DR60. And to do this, we're going to be using Panasonic's own official disassembly procedure. I'm going to be using a Panabox for the demonstration, but keep in mind that the procedure will also work for a Panasonic DR60. And the reason we're doing this is because I've made a number of videos, and I'll be making more videos of how to fix, repair, clean your device. And you're gonna have to open it up in order to do that. And in some cases, you're gonna have to remove the circuit board. So it's best to teach you this technique right from the start. Now, in order to do this, you're gonna need two things. You're gonna need a jeweler's screwdriver. This is a Phillips head 0. And you're also gonna need a small flathead screwdriver. Now, fortunately, step number 1 is super easy. All you do is you turn over the device and take off the back battery cover. Step number 2 is very simple. You just need to remove the 3 screws in the back cabinet. There's one here, and one here. Now, I've taken these screws out and they're very small. You just got to remember to use a jeweler's screwdriver. It's the Phillips head number 0. The next step is to open up the case, and to do that, you're going to need a small flathead screwdriver. And if you look over to the right, you'll see Panasonic's official instructions of how to open the case. And they tell you to start at A, and then go to A, and then go to B, B, C, C, D, D, E, E. Well, I have to disagree. I have used that procedure before, and I have mangled a few cases in the past, so I do something different. Now, the reason it mangles the case is you see the seam here between the silver and the black. The seam line is so thin, if you try and put a screwdriver, just even a thin screwdriver, into that seam and twist, it is going to mangle your case. So I would say don't do that. I found a better way. What I would advise is on the very bottom, there's a little slot. And if you stick your screwdriver in that slot and then turn clockwise, it'll snap open. And now that produces a seam big enough for you to put your screwdriver at position A, twist, go to A, twist, go to B if you have to, and then B. And to be honest, you don't even have to go to position C, C, or D, D, or E, E, because that case is already open. Now, if you want to remove the circuit board, it's actually pretty easy, but you're going to need a jeweler's screwdriver. This is a Phillips number 0, and you need to take out 2 screws. There's one here and one here, and as you can see, I've already taken those out. The next thing you're going to do is unplug the speaker wire. I'm just grasping it now. Just pull it straight out, and that jack will come out of the port, no problem. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to remove that circuit board, and it's being held in by 2 claws. Now you're going to see a little white claw right at my thumbnail there. You're going to want to pull that back and then just pull the circuit board up. And then there's another one on the other side. Just pull that back and lift the other side. And that circuit board comes out nice and easy. Okay, so you've done what you needed to do, and now you need to put the device back together. Well, fortunately, it's simple. All you do is stick your circuit board back on the front cover, line it up, And then where those two claws are, just push down and that circuit board will snap right into place. And then of course you want to put your two screws back. One goes here, one goes here. And then you got to remember to put the speaker wire back in. So here's the jack, here's the port. Just slide it in and make sure you push that in all the way tightly. Otherwise you could have a bad connection. Now you want to put this back cover on. However, there's one thing you have to remember, and I've screwed up in this so many times, but now I automatically do it because I've learned my lesson. You have to make sure that now this is a Panabox I'm talking about. There's 3 switches on a Panabox. There's one underneath my thumb here. There's one on the top, and there's one on the side. There's also corresponding switches on the circuit board. So they're easy to find. Basically just put the cover on and just line up and you go, okay, there's the switch right underneath, and there's the switch under there, and there's the switch over there. They're little tiny black knobs and you can move them back and forth using a small screwdriver. Well, if you have this switch, for example, in the down position, you want to make sure that that switch is in the down position so they match up. If you forget to do this and you put this together, there's a very good chance that these switches won't move because the circuit board switch and the cover switch are in different positions. So please remember to do that. Okay, so once you've got that figured out, just simply put the cover back on top, and it's just as simple as just pressing it together. And you can check if it's properly installed. You can check the seam. If there's no gaps in the seam, then it's ready to go. And that's how you disassemble and reassemble a Panabox or a Panasonic DR60. Pretty simple.